In what ways does your media products use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media texts?
Our brief was a trailer for a new soap opera.
In this, we had to do a new soap commercial, a poster and a TV listings magazine front cover.
For our trailer, we knew we had to both challenge and conform to genre conventions. In order to keep our audience interested, we looked at Burton's genre theory. Burton said genres can be defined as patterns, forms, styles, structures, which transcend individual art products and supervise both their construction by artists and their reading by audiences. And that people like genres because they like to see the same but different. In our trailer, we used a subgenre of talk shows. Nick Lacey stated that all subgenres follow their own rules, which is reflected in the way that our trailer breaks the conventions of a general soap opera trailer. We have tried to incorporate this into our project by using the talk show genre in our commercial.
There are two theorists that have identical soap opera conventions, Brown and Garrity.
Brown suggests that soap operas must have multiple plots, have independent female characters, male characters are often sensitive, and there is no narrative closure.
Garrity also suggests there was an emphasis on women, on building and maintaining relationships, and that they have an element of fantasy in them.
We challenged the convention of having multiple plots by having one solid storyline instead of multiple smaller ones. This allows the audience to grasp the concept of the soap easier, and it's more focused and simpler.
The lead female character, Stacey, is independent as she is sticking up for herself without any support, unlike Jeffrey and Marco, who have each other. This follows the conventions of having an independent woman that the primary female audience are invited to support.
Stacey could be likened to Chaz from Emmerdale, because she is a headstrong character that does not conform to other people's will.
We have a sensitive male character called Marco, and we have an insensitive male character called Jeffrey. Marco conforms to the stereotype of a homosexual male, whereas Jeffrey goes against this stereotype. We use the mise-en-scène to create this by having Marco wear pink with slightly longer hair, and he also sits with his legs crossed, whereas Jeffrey is wearing a black leather jacket and short hair associated with tough guys.
This confirms and challenges the convention that male characters are sensitive. Sean from Coronation Street could be likened to Marco, whereas Jeffrey can be likened to Aaron from Emmerdale because although he is gay, he is also tough and masculine. This challenges dominant representations like the previously mentioned Sean.
Our soap commercial leaves our soap on a cliffhanger.
And here are the DNA results.
Spice up your life with Spice's Life, coming soon on E4.
This entices people to watch the show, or in case start watching the show, in order to find out what will happen. This conforms to the Browns' conventions that there is no narrative closure. This could be likened to the Who Pushed Paul Robinson Neighbours commercial, as it does not reveal who pushed him, making the audience want to watch and find out.
Ramsay Street's biggest mystery has begun.
Who pushed Paul Robinson?
Your husband's condition is deteriorating. I'm recommending a medically induced coma.
They all have a motive, but which one is capable of pure evil?
Did you push my dad?
You want Rebecca Robinson?
You just leave my dad the hell alone.
He thinks I pushed Paul.
Did you? Neighbours, weeknights on 10.
The narrative of our soap has an emphasis on women as the plot revolves around the female lead Stacey as she is pregnant. This can be likened to the return of Trace Barlow in Coronation Street.
In our soap, we focused on building and maintaining an awkward relationship in the form of a love triangle. This confirms the convention that Garrity said about soaps focusing on building and maintaining relationships. For example, in EastEnders, Saeed was gay, but married. Later he confesses to his wife that he is gay. Saeed then got together with his gay partner Christian. Saeed left his wife whilst pregnant with his child.
Lastly, soaps have an element of fantasy in them as they do not reflect normal life. They only show things related to the plot, only briefly showing scenes of work. A commercial used this fantasy element using a parody of the talk show genre. An example of one fantasy soap commercial is the Jackson 5 EastEnders commercial.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in the crowd. Then someone picked you from the bunch, one glance was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh baby, give me one more chance to show you that I love you. Won't you please let me back in your arms? Oh darling, I was blind to let you go, but now since I see you in her arms, I want you back, yes I do.
Introducing the Jackson 5 EastEnders on BBC One.
The Jackson 5 advert breaks the normal conventions of a soap trailer by not revealing any footage from the soap itself. Our soap commercial is similar in this way, because it also does not reveal any scenes from the actual series, but introduces new characters, their personalities and storylines.
We took inspiration for our trailer from talk shows such as Jerry McKyle and Jerry Springer Show, as it also appeals to a similar target audience to ours. We tried to find equilibrium between the Jerry McKyle Show and the Jerry Springer Show. We did this because we wanted to make our commercials seem recognisable as a talk show. We took the most well-known aspects of both shows to make it more recognisable.
One similarity between the Jerry Springer Show and The Spicer's Life is the use of violence.
There'll be fights.
One similarity between Jerry McKell's show and The Spicer's Life be the use of a similar colour scheme, and we use a DNA test common in the show.
They're back today for crucial DNA results. Let's just remind ourselves of what happened on yesterday morning's show. Take a look at this.
Our soap is a teen soap opera, so we had to add topics such as sex, violence, love, cheating, pregnancy and other controversial issues that appeal to this target audience.
For our ancillary, Scott and I made posters that advertise our soap opera.
We analysed the poster for a comedy called Reaper, which has a similar target audience to ours. We found certain conventions, such as that we need to have the logo of the show in it. We have the logo of the channel on it. Have a simple background. The characters look at the audience and will have short, snappy keywords in it. Shannon and I challenged conventions by using these hand-drawing wings, halos and devil features to make it look like someone had doodled on the poster.
This gives a sense of rebellion which our target audience likes. For our second ancillary test, Scott and I did a magazine front cover. We researched the magazine inside soap and found the conventions. First, there is always the main logo of the magazine. There is barcode, date of the issue, price of the issue, one main photo in a medium close-up shot using a direct mode of address. There are other soaps around it and the captions are in bold colours.
I made the banner and strapline of the magazine front cover, and I and Shannon also took pictures from home to put around the main story and took the picture for the bottom Emmerdale storyline.
I took the main picture for Spicer's Life, part of the magazine cover. It was a medium shot with a direct mode of address, which keeps in the conventions for magazine front cover.
We could not challenge the conventions of a magazine cover, as we had to stick to the house style, due to the fact that we were using an existing soap magazine. Scott recreated the header and the strapline in a similar style to Inside Soap to make it look professional and authentic to the target audience. On InDesign, Scott and I put the photos in a similar layout to that of Inside Soap magazine. Scott and I mostly kept the same fonts, but decided to change the colours, sizes and bolden the text in different spots to make it look authentic. Lastly, Scott and I used a plain white background to put our soaps on top.
Thank you for listening.